Fluent Flow Podcast. New videos every day. Let's learn English together.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we take sources, different kinds of information, and really try to pull out key insights, the things you can actually use.
Yeah, turning information into something more like wisdom, hopefully.
Exactly. And today, we're looking at something, well, a bit different maybe. It's episode 42 from the Fluent Flow Podcast by Jenny. It's called What I Do to Feel Peaceful.
Right. And Jenny's podcast, it's designed to be, calm, slow, really clear. Mostly it's for helping people understand English better.
But this episode, it goes beyond just language, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. She shares some really personal, but also very practical advice about finding peace, finding calm in just everyday life.
So our goal here, our mission for this deep dive, is to kind of unpack what she does, her personal journey and strategies.
And see what insights we can maybe take away for ourselves, things that might work for anyone, really.
Okay, so let's start where Jenny starts, her day. She seems to begin finding that calm right from the moment she wakes up.
It's not about jumping out of bed. She talks about it being quiet, soft, taking the morning slowly.
And she's quite strict, isn't she? She specifically mentions avoiding her phone, avoiding noise.
Yeah, that's a big one. A definite no phone, no noise zone for her.
And for a lot of people listening, mornings can be, well, pretty hectic. So how realistic is that, setting up that kind of quiet zone?
That is a really good question. And maybe absolute silence isn't possible for everyone. But I think what's really key in what Jenny describes isn't just the lack of noise.
Okay.
It's her deliberate focus on her senses. She opens the window, takes deep breaths of fresh air, enjoys the soft light, drinks warm tea, all in silence if possible.
It's more about mindfulness, paying attention.
Exactly. It's grounding herself in the present moment, using those simple sensory inputs. It's like signaling to your body, to your nervous system, that it's okay to relax before everything starts.
Okay. So the main thing isn't necessarily total silence.
No, I think it's the intentional quiet. Even if it's just, say, 5 minutes of mindfully sipping tea before the chaos starts, that can make a difference.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So after setting that kind of sensory calm, she then moves on to something else, her notebook.
Right. Writing. She talks about writing down how she feels, maybe what she's grateful for, her intentions for the day.
And she feels this helps her to feel peaceful.
Yeah, and she says it helps her know herself better, which is quite profound, isn't it? Getting to know yourself through just a few lines in a notebook each morning.
It really is. It sounds so simple.
Well, and that's the power of it, I think. We often think self-care or finding peace has to be this big, complicated thing. Jenny's routine reminds us that sometimes it's the small, consistent things, like one deep breath, or writing just one sentence.
She actually suggests that for listeners, doesn't she? Try taking a deep breath, drinking something warm, writing just one sentence in English.
Yes. And that idea that one sentence can be enough to start, that's really interesting. It lowers the barrier, makes it feel achievable. It's about observing your own thoughts, your emotions, even briefly.
So it's not about the quantity, but the consistency of that small act.
Precisely. It challenges our assumptions about how much effort is really needed to start cultivating a bit of calm.
Okay, so that's the morning foundation. But, the day gets busy. That morning calm can easily disappear. How does Jenny handle that?
Yeah, the real test often comes later. She talks about integrating small moments of peace during the day.
Like what kind of things?
Simple things, really. Taking short breaks, maybe just walking around a bit, stretching, sometimes listening to calm music.
And nature seems important to her too.
Very much so. Going outside, even just for a moment, looking up at the sky, looking at trees. She even mentions smiling at the sun.
Smiling at the sun. That's lovely.
It is, isn't it? For her, these aren't just breaks. They're like active ways to reconnect, to slow down when things feel rushed. Little moments of micro-restoration, you could call them.
Micro-restoration. I like that. Now, she also mentions something that, might surprise some people as a source of calm.
Ah, yes. You mean the cleaning.
Exactly. Cleaning her space. I imagine some listeners might be thinking, cleaning? That's stressful.
Possibly. But she's not talking about, deep spring cleaning. It's more about the simple act of creating order.
Tidying up.
Yeah. Putting things in their right place, making her room feel simple, uncluttered. She finds that a clean, orderly space helps her feel calmer inside.
So the outer environment affecting the inner state.
It makes sense, doesn't it? Less visual clutter means less for your brain to process. It can create a feeling of mental space, of calm.
Okay, that's an interesting take on tidying up. But even with all these things, stress still happens, right? It's unavoidable.
Absolutely. And Jenny has a very direct way of dealing with those moments when stress hits.
What does she do?
She stops, just stops what she's doing. Then she breathes, and she uses an affirmation.
An affirmation.
She says to herself, "It's okay. I'm doing my best."
It's okay. I'm doing my best. That sounds very gentle, very kind to oneself.
It is. It's about self-compassion. It's not saying everything is perfect or I have to fix this immediately. It's acknowledging the struggle, acknowledging your effort without judging yourself.
So it interrupts that negative spiral we can get into.
Exactly. It shifts the inner voice from critical to, well, understanding, which is so important for managing stress in the moment.
So for anyone listening, when you feel that stress rising,
try Jenny's method. Just pause, take a breath, and gently tell yourself, "It's okay. I'm doing my best." See how that feels.
Okay, moving on to the evening then. How does Jenny approach winding down?
She's very intentional about creating a calm atmosphere in the evening too. It's like signaling a shift.
How does she do that?
She turns off bright overhead lights, uses a smaller, softer lamp instead, makes tea again, that warm drink seems important to her, and changes into soft, comfortable clothes, little rituals that mark the transition from doing to being.
It's about setting boundaries between the busy day and rest time.
Yes. Cueing the brain that it's time to slow down, and her activities match that mood.
What kind of activities?
Things like listening to a podcast, maybe her own, or quiet music, reading, perhaps drawing, or, again, simply sitting in silence.
She really values silence, doesn't she?
She does. She calls it powerful and peaceful, and it makes sense. Sometimes the most restorative thing is the absence of stimulation, just letting the mind settle.
And she has another little writing ritual before bed, similar to the morning one.
Yes, another very simple, but I think quite profound one. She writes down just one good thing from the day.
Just one?
Just one good thing. In her notebook, she says it helps her sleep with a happy heart.
That's a beautiful way to put it. Focusing on one positive before sleep.
It's a form of gratitude practice, really. It shifts your focus away from maybe worries or things that went wrong onto something positive, however small it might seem.
And that could really influence how you feel going to sleep and even waking up.
It definitely can. It's a simple way to kind of reframe the day right at the end.
And then right before sleep, she does one last thing.
Evening affirmations. Just a few words.
What does she say?
She mentions saying a few English words to herself, like, "Thank you, I am calm, and tomorrow will be good."
Simple, calming words.
Yeah. It's like gently guiding her mind towards rest, reinforcing that feeling of peace.
So for you listening, maybe think about that. Could you choose just 3 soft words? Maybe in English, maybe not. Words that feel peaceful to you.
And just say them quietly to yourself before you sleep. Let your heart feel that calm. It's a small thing, but it could be quite lovely.
So if we were to kind of summarize all these practices from Jenny, these simple, peaceful habits,
Yeah.
what are some of her favorites that stand out?
Well, she lists a few things she loves. Drinking warm tea comes up again, taking slow walks, listening to English podcasts naturally,
Of course.
writing those short sentences, breathing deeply, watching the moon, which is another connection to nature, and just smiling at simple things.
It's quite a nice list
Yeah.
and very doable. Nothing seems overwhelming.
Exactly. And that's really the key message, I think. Accessibility. Jenny makes it really clear. You don't have to do all of these things.
Right. She says, just choose one.
Just pick one peaceful habit to start with. That's enough. It puts the power right back into your hands, doesn't it?
It really does. It makes building calm feel less like a huge project and more like a series of small, manageable steps.
Yeah, it encourages that growth mindset. Small, consistent actions lead to bigger changes over time.
So looking back at Jenny's daily practice of peace and calm, it really offers some very practical, very gentle ways to bring more peace into life. Morning, daytime, evening.
Absolutely. Her personal methods show how powerful those small, consistent actions can be for our well-being. It proves that finding calm isn't some mystical, far-off goal.
It's about choices, intentional choices we can make every day.
Achievable choices.
Okay, so to wrap up, let's leave you with a final thought. Jenny connects her journey with peace to learning English. She says, English is a journey. You are learning. You are growing.
It's a lovely quote.
It is. And if we think about that more broadly, maybe the deliberate practice of finding peace, even through these tiny habits, like writing one sentence or saying a few calm words, maybe that mirrors our bigger journeys too.
How do you mean?
Well, just like learning a language, finding peace isn't about instant results. It's about practice, patience, growth, small steps adding up.
Ah, I see. So practicing peace is in itself a form of learning and growing, not just in English, but, well, in life.
Exactly. Something to perhaps reflect on. How can these small acts of calm support your own journey of learning and growth, whatever that might look like for you?
That's a great thought to end on.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.
Yes, thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.